Now, before we get into this video, make sure you like this video and subscribe because you know your boy always drops a value. P.S. Turn on post notifications too. Welcome to episode 4 of how not to be an awkward dork on camera. In this episode specifically, we're going to be talking about live streamings, why they are important, why you need them, and how not to be an awkward dork on camera. First things first, when you're talking on a live stream, you have to understand that you're communicating with your audience directly in real time. And that can be extremely intimidating. And so whenever I'm coaching any sort of clients, I always tell them that if you want to get good at talking on camera, I recommend that you start by practicing on your Instagram stories. The reason I recommend starting by practicing on your Instagram stories is if you say something weird or awkward or whatever, you can just delete the story. So you really do get a bunch of opportunities to do retakes over and over again, where you're just practicing talking to your Instagram stories. And again, I really do think you should just open up your story and just practice talking. Talk to them about your mindset. Talk to them about what you ate that day. Show them what you're doing for your workouts. Like, walk them through a day in your life. This is step number 1, okay? So step number 1 is you really do need to get comfortable at talking to your Instagram stories before you start going live. The reason is, once you go live, there's no going back. You're live. And one of my favorite stories to talk about is I actually used to work with Cole DeSilva, who's my business partner. I'm going to put him on screen here. So Cole DeSilva, when he first started working with me, had 200 social media followers. And this was back in 2015 when he first wanted to become an online coach. And I told Cole the importance of going live. And Cole literally used to walk down the street and he'd start his live stream, then he'd end it. Start his live stream, then he'd end it. Start his live stream, then he'd end it. Now that guy can sit in front of a camera for like 4 to 5 hours straight and film without blinking an eye. So that goes to show you that with every single skill that you're trying to learn in life, it's all about repetition. So the first thing that I would recommend that you do before you start going live every single day is I would recommend that you talk to your stories at least 5 days a week. This is going to give you some reps. It's going to give you some practice in order to get yourself set up so you can be the most successful when you actually do decide to hit that live button. Now, first things first, why does it even matter to talk on camera? It matters to talk on camera because of what's called the parasocial relationship. I'm going to put the parasocial relationship definition on screen, but the parasocial relationship refers to the relationship that a member of the audience has with a member of the media. The same neurons fire in their brain as if they are talking to their own friend. So when somebody gets used to watching you talk on camera, they literally have the same neurons firing inside of their brain as if they're communicating with a friend. The reason that this is incredibly valuable for you is when somebody trusts you like they trust a friend, they're significantly more likely to buy from you. And so one of the easiest ways to take somebody that's in your audience from a complete and total stranger to somebody that's a paying client is to get on camera and talk. Now, obviously, talking to your stories is where you start. Instagram live streaming, Facebook live streaming is the ultimate platform for you to be able to take somebody from a complete stranger all the way to a paying client really fast because it rapidly builds trust, seeing you in real time, delivering value. Now, for the sake of keeping this extremely simple, I want to lay out exactly what you need in order to make this happen. Number 1, a laptop for your script. Number 2, your phone. Number 3, you. It really is that simple. If you want to add a number 4, you can put one of these ring lights here. Again, it's the same sort of gear that I recommended in the previous video. And if you haven't seen the previous video on the gear that you should have in order to get set up, I want you to watch that right here. This is all you need to live stream, okay? This is all you need, is you just need your laptop, a phone, you, and a ring light. Now, how do you actually set up your live stream for success so that you actually deliver something that's valuable that your audience wants to hear? Here's what I'd recommend. This is what I tell all of my best clients. What you want to do is you want to take one of your posts that you've already put on Instagram and you're going to go live about that post. So let's say you've done a post about the 5 secrets to help you burn body fat, whatever it is. So you're going to take that post, take the video script from that post or the written caption from that post, and I want you to put it into a document. Then I want you to expand on that post a little bit. And the way that you're going to expand is like, let's say it's like 5 secrets to help you burn body fat. After you introduce the hook of the video, I want you to tell a personal story. This can be a story about you or a client. Then you're gonna get into the actual value, and that's the live stream. Now, the reason that people get kind of confused or conflicted is they don't actually know, is that all they do? Is that they just need to press the live button and then they go? I'm gonna give you a few hacks to make sure that you set up your live stream successfully, but the topic that you should speak about should just be an Instagram post that you've made. Now, I'll give you an alternative. If you don't have a lot of posts on Instagram, but you still wanna go live, you always wanna start with a hook, right? So the hook should be something that your audience wants to see. So an example would be like the 3 biggest fat loss secrets nobody's told you. So it's the same sort of idea when you're creating hooks for videos. You want to create a hook that your audience will want to listen to. So it's a hook, then it's a story, right? So you always want to tell a story either about you or a client. The reason this is really important is because storytelling builds trust and builds relationship, and people can see themselves in the story. After you tell the story, what you're going to do is you're going to get into the value. The value that you get into should be step by step by step by step. You want to avoid going on long-winded rambles about anything and everything. In my personal opinion, that might be cool for people watching and it might be entertaining, but it's not going to convert into clients. If you want your live stream to convert into clients, then you should go into step-by-step tactical value. Then at the end of the video, you're gonna do some sort of CTA. The CTA could be like, make sure you're following me and watching more of my content. If you guys got value, drop some fire on this live stream. If you guys are interested in coaching, just comment coaching on this live stream and I'll reach out to you after the live stream to see if I can help you. So it's hook, story, value, CTA. That's the 4-step process. Now here's the hack, right? What you wanna do is you actually wanna set up your computer, right? And you wanna have your notes for your live stream right beside your computer. Then when you do press that live stream button on your phone, what you can do is you're gonna go live, and this is how you're gonna structure it. So as soon as you press the live button, you always wanna start by doing introductions. What's going on, guys? So I'm just gonna wait for a few people to tune in here. That's awesome. Hope everyone's having a great day. Today we're gonna be talking about the 3 fat loss secrets that everybody wishes that they had. So you always wanna start by doing 30 seconds to about a minute of just kind of fluff introductions. Today we're gonna be talking about this. If you guys are new to my page, my name is Brian Mark. I'm a business coach for online personal trainers, and I'm really excited to talk to you guys about the fat loss secrets. So you wanna start the live stream by doing a little bit of, fluff and introductions. As people are coming into the live stream, this is where the hack is. If you want people to stick around and actually watch, you wanna call some names out before you get into the actual training itself. As people are joining, like, oh, what's going on, Nick? Hope you're having a great day, brother. What's going on? User 33456, love the username. What's going on, Sarah? Happy to have you here. Amazing. All right, guys, so today we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna be talking about the 3 secrets that you need in order to burn body fat and build lean muscle in the next 6 months. So then we introduce the hook. Once we introduce the hook, we go into the story, and we're just storytelling. And the best part about storytelling is you wanna use your notes, but then you also wanna let yourself go off on a tangent a little bit, right? So use your notes to guide you, but also just talk, right? Just open up and share. Here's the thing about live streaming, and this is what makes it really effective, is it's supposed to be imperfect, right? Most people get on live stream and they expect themselves to be perfect and never stutter and never fuck up. The reality of the situation is you're gonna say something stupid, you're gonna mess up, you just keep going. As show business would say, the show must go on. And so you wanna get used to going on tangents and communicating with people on live stream, because if you can do that and you can build relationships with people, and as people are coming in, you're saying, what's going on, Tom? Hope you're having a great day, blah, blah, blah. This will help you become a better communicator overall, which will improve your content, your sales calls, your DMs, as well as your live streams. So use your notes and just read the script. Use your notes, read the script, use your notes, read the script, use your notes, read the script. Now, here's a little bit of a pro tip, okay? A pro tip is this. If you struggle by getting distracted by the comments that are coming in, on Instagram, when you do go live, you can actually swipe to the right so you can't see any of the comments come in. You can also do this on Facebook. The reason this can be really effective is if you're getting really nervous about being on live stream, or you're nervous about what people are saying in the comments, you can just swipe so that you don't even see any comments coming in. This is really beneficial for you if you're just getting started and you're really nervous on live stream, because obviously you going live by itself is extremely nerve-wracking. So just by swiping over so you can't see people's comments, it's gonna make it so you can actually focus on delivering the message of the live stream. And honestly, I do this quite often because I don't wanna be distracted by people's comments coming in. Now that we've talked about what to actually speak about in the live stream, I'm gonna give you guys a couple pro tips to make sure that your live streams are super effective. Pro tip number 1. Make sure you title the live stream, and when you do go live, you wanna comment on your own live and you wanna pin the comment. So this is Instagram specifically. That way, people will see the title of the live stream in their notifications, and when they come onto the live stream, they're gonna see your pinned comment with the same title of the live stream. This is extremely important because some people are just gonna randomly click on your live, and if somebody randomly clicks on your live, you want them to be able to read immediately what the live stream is about. Second pro tip, your energy matters. If you're sitting there like a boring ass dork just talking about some boring ass stuff, nobody's gonna pay attention. You need to get yourself in a good mood. The way that I'd recommend doing this is going for a walk before your live stream, listening to your favorite song before your live stream, getting yourself excited, calling a friend, just getting yourself in a good mood so that when you do go live, you're actually gonna be communicating with some energy. And that way, when people come to your live, not only will they get value from what you say, but they'll also get value from how you make them feel. Third pro tip, and this is for my more advanced people, you can actually attach your live stream to ManyChat, which basically means when somebody leaves a comment about coaching on your live stream, you can go in the back end of ManyChat and you can set that up so that anybody that comments will automatically get a message while you're live about your coaching program, and then you can just generate the lead afterwards and continue the conversation. P.S. If you'd like me to do a training on ManyChat to teach you guys how to set it up, comment ManyChat below and I might do it. Now, here's some common mistakes you'll make on your live streams that will fuck them up and cause people not to come back. Number 1, trying to be perfect. Listen, you're gonna fuck up on a live stream. If you fuck up on a live stream, just say it. Oops, that was stupid. Didn't mean to say that. All right, moving on. Listen, nobody is going to expect you to be perfect, and if you're nervous, just say it. I'll be honest, guys, I'm super nervous. I don't go live very often, so this is fun. All right, let's do this. Let's get into it. right? People want to see your human side. Don't try to be perfect. The second is not going live if you only have 1 to 2 people watching. If you only have 1 to 2 people watching, if one of those people decides that they want to become a buyer, you make an extra $1,000. When you first get started going live, you're not gonna have an audience. Why would you? Nobody knows that you're valuable. If you're only getting 1 to 2 people watching your live stream, good. That just means that you get more time to practice with not a big audience, which means that if you fuck up, it's in front of a small number of people. Keep being consistent in front of those people, and eventually, as you get consistent, you will get good. And as you get good, you will attract more viewers. And the third biggest mistake that most people make with their live streams is reading their notes word for word. You're not a fucking robot, okay? Use your notes and reference them, but you want to be able to talk and have a conversation with your audience. And that is why you need to practice going live, because the more that you practice going live, the more that you'll be able to just go off the cuff and deliver value. Now, if you got anything from this episode, it's understanding that nobody's perfect and people don't expect you to be. So stop trying to be perfect and just go live. And if you got value from this video, drop me a hell yes in the comments, subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't seen the full series, you can check that out here. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.